the intro music. Yeah! Woohoo!
Good morning, Star Trek Fleet Command fans. It's been a busy past 24 hours, and what we're going to do today is give you the patch notes to this most recent addition to the game and let you decide if it's good, bad, ugly, somewhere in between, or maybe it's absolutely terrible. I don't think it's absolutely terrible. In fact, I actually am looking forward to this month, but we'll let you decide as always. Let's just go ahead and put it on the screen. Patch note time. So, welcome to patch 60. It is the 5-year anniversary of Star Trek Fleet Command. As you can see in the top screen, we've got a cool few different things to look at. The Borg Cube, which we've already kind of highlighted here about, what you'll be able to get. We've discussed in a previous video. If you haven't checked out the previous video, would strongly encourage you to. In that video, we kind of break down the basics of the Borg Cube, how it works, and we'll end up doing more of that. But if you've missed out on that video, then you should, again, go check it out. There's even an article on Star Trek Fleet Command's website that covers the basics of the Borg Cube, but I simply just am going to throw up this because I think I did a great job. Look at that beautiful thumbnail. Absolutely fantastic thumbnail. Player Borg Cube, so get ready for that. But let's talk about what this actually has. Sure, you see the Enterprise E in the background. We'll talk about the G6 things here in a bit. Let's talk about what this actually has. So number one, brand new Borg Cube ship. That is going to be for all players level 28 and above. There will be a G6 expansion. So we'll talk about that in a separate video, probably tomorrow. Honestly, we'll go over the ships that are in G6, what it's going to look like. There's a new resource style called Sigma Resources. And no, I've been getting asked this a lot. Oh my goodness, I've been getting asked this a lot. No. You're not getting rid of par steel titanium to lithium. You're sitting there level 34 going, I've been saving it forever. Comment been out the wazoo. No, chat, you're not losing that. Sigma is for higher level 6-star stuff. Most of you won't see it for a long time. 2 new officers, new primes, new missions, etc. Let's go ahead and scroll through and talk about some of these things. A little quick recap on the Borg Cube. The Cube is the first ship of Star Trek Fleet Command that grows in power alongside its commanders. Again, this is an idea that I really pushed for the Enterprise D all those years ago, and I'm glad they ended up going with something like this for this ship. I think this would be really cool for players to grow with this on their own and get stronger, get better, and enjoy it for what it is. The Borg Cube is the first ever active ship ability cutting beam that does damage outside of normal combat. Just to remind you, does not work on bases. Armadas are star bases. However, you can use it in PvP, you can use it in PvE, and you charge it up by hitting hostiles, making it bigger, making it go wham. And that's how you get the power of your cube. It is also, relegated to how high you can tier it up based on you going through your faction ships. Again, this is just a brief reminder. Here is that chart. It is in my Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord already, check it out. If you have joined it, well, you can also get this in the video specifically covering the Borg Cube. That's going to be the big thing for the average player. Remember, if you don't choose to buy it here this month for $20, you can get it in December during the holiday event store. We'll continuing on down. You'll see a few different other things, like right there, a little glimpse of the Akira class. There are new ships for G6. We will have a dedicated G6 patch notes video, but new level cap is going up to 70. If you're curious what those PvP ranges are kind of in that, well, PvP is a little bit different. So for those worried, if you're in the 30s, the lowest that a level 61 can punch down is level 40. And the lowest a 70 can punch down is 43. So if you're worried about 6-star players hitting you in your level 38, 39, you're not going to have to worry about that. But if you're a 4-star player, be warned, those 6-star ships are going to come after you. New 6-star update will include hazards, which are going to, have negative buffs depending on the type of hazard you're flying into. As you can kind of see a little bit of them at the top of your screen. 13 new faction ships, including the Negvar, the Scimitar for the Romulans, the Enterprise E, the Akira class, which, man, I wish I could go 6-star. It's just so far away, but I am very excited that 6-star has those things and more. 275 plus missions, 120 different systems, and more coming because it's not done. This is only the beginning. Let's start with the officers. Enterprise E Picard. This is based off basically Star Trek First Contact. You can tell by the uniforms. Captain's maneuver is captain's prerogative, increasing the rewards that you receive from hostiles, increasing by additional 20% and 40% based on tier. And then officer ability is we used to be explorers. Each time your ship is hit by a weapon, increases isolated cascade damage by % for 3 rounds against hostiles, depending on the officer level, 3, 5, 6, 10, and 15. Now, these new officers are designed to be hostile grinding officers and increasing rewards you receive. As you can imagine, rep is going to be a big deal for G6, but this also gives you, the player, another form of hostile grinding officers should you choose to go after epic JeanLuc Picard, Enterprise E's Picard. Now, he is going to be joined by Enterprise E Data. Shout out to the man who flirted with the Borg Queen herself. His officer ability is increasing isolated cascade by % against non-armada hostiles, so he's a pure PvE officer, 10, 15, 20, 30, and 40 respectively. And then a below deck ability of unsafe velocities, increasing the ship's base max cargo by 20, 30, 40, 55, and 70. I actually really like that, and I want to get data for that ability alone. My Amalgam is screaming for it, but also other ships I think can get great value. Maybe my Talios for more of my OPC hunting. Yes, I'm a pirate. I do that stuff. But value, I really like that below deck ability. Just scrolling down the couple new primes for you to check out. Now, we talk about something that I see as a negative. Increasing scrapping speed by 200%. Many of you have wanted additions to scrapping speed. Well, you're getting them, just getting them in the form of a prime. So, sorry, y'all. We can't, not everything's a win on this one. You also have an increased cost efficiency for G3 and G4 and G5 resources by 200% with the prime research efficiency up there. So the scrapping speed, I hate that that's locked behind a prime, but is what it is. You have the Borg Cube missions. You're going to have 10 new missions that will introduce a brand new species into Star Trek Fleet Command lore, the Torvath. You will also have Borg Cube missions. There will be 5 new missions to introduce the Borg Cube to you, the players, and operations level 28 and above. And then new cosmetics, etc. in the Lay Battle Pass. Now, big one around here, I want to try to focus on some of these bug fixes. Fixed an issue when upgrading the Forbidden Tech, the chance to succeed would appear 0. That's a big one. Fixed an issue with the resource icons overlapping with the event store. Fixed an issue with the full cargo message would disappear when the ship, if the ship was moved to another node. Sure, don't really care. Fixed an issue with the description of the officer ability and below deck ability for Shaxx. Cool, good, not really the biggest of deals. Fixed an issue with the faction rep tier for each faction was not displayed correctly. Again, minor and appreciated, but cool. Fixed an issue with Texas class hostiles. Peace shields would sometimes not go down upon attacking them. I think I could have done with that sticking around. Fixed an issue when station housing would sometimes not appear next to systems. An issue where the Armada Start Alliance chat would not indicate the correct Armada rarity. I know that one specifically is one that many of you have reported to me. Fixed an issue when unlocking Forbidden Tech slot, it would appear the commanders had the materials needed when they didn't. Then you have the acquire button for Forbidden Tech would take commanders to the wrong tab. And fix an issue when trying to slot a Forbidden Tech would appear the commanders had the materials needed that they don't. They actually they copy pasted that one twice. Then finally, localization fixes an issue with the temporal cartography part 5 had duplicated text and temporal cartography part 2 had duplicated text. Overall, yeah, I think there could be more bug fixes there. That probably is my biggest disappointment from this month. You have G6 launching. You do have brand new battle pass with 3D and beautiful elite milestones, and that's really so. And also should be pointed out, there's 6 new avatars and 4 new frames and 1 new hailing frequency if you can care about getting those things this month. But the big things are the ones that I mentioned, you know, and that's kind of the big things that are improving, if you would see them as that, this game, this here month. I think that for the most part, these are good things. I think that you're getting a few different improvements. The most of the bug fixes are kind of meh. But overall, I think that you as a fan should enjoy some of these fixes and some of these additions. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below, because it's not perfect for sure. And I think that there's more things that can be added. It's relying a lot on us falling in love with the, well, I actually am already in love with the Borg Cube, but not everybody might be. Like the video. If you have questions about the notes, drop them down below. Specifically covering G6 in another video. And don't forget, if you watch this video in the morning, we're giving away battle passes today. So if you want a chance to get a free Borg Cube, don't have to pay for it. Better be around our Twitch stream today, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. Live long and plunder. Stay safe for the Space Cowboys. Deuces, that's me. Catch you on the next one. We love you. We appreciate you. And I'm outie.
An even better outro than the intro. For the Empire and glory to your house.